It's time to start picking up tax forms and talking to your accountant. Find out what will make this weekend a special one in terms of filing your taxes. And the city of Flagstaff hasn't seen its usual winter weather. Find out how a little bit of snow can make an economic splash. Good evening and welcome to NAZ Today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Sierra Ferguson. Now, winter in Flagstaff is a great place for tourists, but a lack of snow this season may have taken a toll on the Flagstaff economy. So NAZ Today's Brooke Cowell sat down with the spokesperson for the Flagstaff Convention and Visitors Bureau to tell us more about how this drought that we're hopefully coming out of has affected our city.
With the 40-day drought we had here in Flagstaff, it made all of us here at NAZ Today wonder how that affected our tourism. Joining me is Joanne Hudson, Flagstaff Convention and Visitors Bureau spokesperson. So Joanne, why don't you tell us a little bit about how the lack of snow affected our tourists here in Flag?
Sure, we've definitely seen a decrease in the amount of families and people coming up just to play in the snow, build snowmen, sled. That traffic has certainly been down, but with Arizona Snow Bowl having snowmaking, they have been able to stay open and keep operations going through these last 40 days. And we have people still heading up to do some skiing and snowboarding on their runs that have coverage still.
And I mean, obviously the snow is back, but well, kind of. I mean, it's not much back, but we're hoping it will be. But what were you telling people to do when the snow wasn't really around? I mean, there's not much to do in Flagstaff, I feel, during the winter when there's no snow.
You know, we do have several activities. You know, our year-round activities are great, like Lowell Observatory. You can still go up there and do stargazing in the evenings and learn about the history of that attraction during the day. You can even go out to the Flagstaff Nordic Center and do snow biking. So they now have a fleet of rental bikes where you can take the bikes out on muddy, icy, slushy, or snowy terrain. So their multi-use trails have stayed open through this 40 days as well.
Well, that sounds really fun. I would actually enjoy doing that. But so you mentioned earlier about how there's not that many tourists coming back up. How do you think that affected our economy with all the, hotels not being packed and restaurants not really having that many customers? And
you know, we might see an impact in the BBB revenues when those come out. Right now we are looking at numbers from November and December, which are significantly up. Snow Bowl actually was able to hit a record of 41,000 skiers in December, and that was like a 46% increase over last December. So we had a great holiday season, and January might be down a little bit, but with February comes some big winter events like Do Downtown Flagstaff, and Valentine's Day, people doing some romantic getaways. That'll be a great boost. President's Day weekend is also another key weekend for people to come up and enjoy the long weekend and do a variety of activities up here.
Okay, well, thank you for being here with us today. I'm definitely looking forward to Do Downtown, and hopefully we'll have you back soon for a little more information about what else we can do now that the snow is back.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Find out how a trio of out-of-towners are jazzing up local schools. We'll be right back.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Now, those fun folks at the Internal Revenue Service has designated this weekend as the Earned Income Tax Credit Observation. To find out about these festivities, we join Kimberly Kraft now with local tax guru Tom Broderick.
Welcome, Tom Broderick. It's good to see you.
Glad to be here.
We're talking today about the Earned Income Tax Credit, and as we know and we are celebrating, it is designated Earned Income Tax Credit Weekend. So tell me briefly what it is.
The earned income tax credit is a credit that you can receive if you are if your income is under $52,000 per year, and if generally it's the most generous if you have children, but single people can get small credits as well.
So who is eligible? You mentioned that it's best, most profitable if you have children, but who is eligible?
It's essentially an income basis. You have to have earned income, and it has to be under $52,000. It varies, the credit varies quite a bit between 0 and 52,000, but you do have to have earned income to qualify for it. And it's most, the credits are largest, as I said earlier, for families with children.
And what does that mean? Like how big? What kind of numbers are you talking about if there's that threshold of 52,000? Yeah,
the maximum number for 3 children or more is over $6,000, so it's quite a bit of money. For one child, for example, it's $3,250 is the maximum number. The actual number depends on your filing status, where you are in the income range, and how many children you have.
Now, I understand these credits may be used to offset the tax you owe, but you also may be refunded those dollars.
That's right. They're called refundable credits because they can offset your tax liability, but if there's excess left over, the IRS will send you a check for whatever is left, whatever the excess is.
Well, I understand it's also very complicated. People are reluctant to claim this credit. What kind of recommendation would you give to them? What are the next steps?
The key, the earned income tax credit, because it is fairly generous, it does have a lot of requirements with it. And so you need to understand it or be working with somebody who understands it. And it is quite easy to get confused because there are some complicated requirements involved with claiming it.
Well, we will post all of this information at our website so that people can understand a little bit about what those requirements are and what's involved. But if they are looking for someone to help them, where would you steer them?
Well, I represent Northland Free Tax Assistance, and we are a free tax preparation site partnering with the IRS. And we use software and trained volunteers, and that'd be a great place to get all of your taxes done, but particularly if you think you would qualify for the earned income tax credit.
And we will talk about that the next time we see you. Thanks,
Great.
Tom.
All right, thanks for having me.
You may qualify for free tax preparation from the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program. The site opens tomorrow at the Family Resource Center in Flagstaff. VITA volunteers will be there to help every Saturday from 9 to 3 until filing day. For more information, again, you can visit our website, and that's naztoday.com. Now we're going to move from taxes to arts and entertainment, because it isn't every day that students get the opportunity to meet, learn from, and hear professionally touring musicians, especially from as far away as New York and Los Angeles. But this week, a jazz guitar trio is bringing that very opportunity to Northern Arizonans. Let's take a look.
Everybody, we're the New West Guitar Group, and we're so happy to be here. I think often students in regions like Flagstaff or other parts of the country may not have access to, full-time professional musicians in other major cities like LA or New York. New West is a guitar trio which started at the University of Southern California in 2003, and we've been touring internationally and around the country now for almost 10 years.
They connect jazz, which may seem far away, from today, into popular tunes.
We're all about the guitar. We play electric guitars, we play acoustic guitars, we play nylon string, steel string. We're all about sort of exploring the different timbres that the instrument can create. And we like to use a lot of different vehicles to explore that, whether it's popular songs, but we also like to write our own music and do our own arrangements for the 3 members.
While they're here, New West will expose an estimated 700 Northern Arizonans to jazz music, teaching free clinics at schools and at the Thomas Byers Guitar Studio.
This is all made possible by collaboration between Thomas Byers Guitar Studio, Northland Prep Academy, and Flagstaff Cultural Partners. All together we worked to get this grant and to pay these guys so that schools wouldn't be burdened with cost whatsoever.
The guitar trio shared their knowledge and performed at FALA, Pine Forest Charter, and Northland Preparatory Academy, making this visit to Flagstaff a unique one.
It's fun that the students get to have access to people who are, for a living, traveling as performing artists, as touring musicians.
We're already at about 275 students who have been exposed to jazz and are able to interact with the artists, ask questions, comment on their playing, that sort of thing.
It's always really exciting for us to get to connect with students who are sort of the same age as we were when we first started getting into music seriously.
For NAZ Today with videographer Ryan Madrick, I'm Sierra Ferguson. A free clinic that is open to the public will take place tomorrow at 9 a.m. at the Thomas Byers Guitar Studio. Stop in for a chance to visit with New West and take a private lesson free of charge. Also at 7:30, that's right after our program, the trio will appear in concert at the Coconino Center for the Arts. We've got snow at last, but will the white stuff stick around? Find out coming up.
You know what, guys? There's a lot of tree branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
I'm guessing Smokey liked that idea.
All right, a sight for sore eyes after 40 days of no precipitation. We're definitely due, and we got some snow and rain across regions today. And the time we're looking at this satellite here as at about 2:30 in the afternoon. And the biggest snow and rain production coming right along the cold front that's draped across Arizona from about noon to 2. And things are going to start winding down as we get into the evening hours and this thing moves off into eastern Arizona. This cold front extends all the way up into the western slope, and this is a big snowstorm. A couple feet for the western slope of the Colorado Rockies. Not much moisture for California with this storm system, but we do have this kind of unsettled pattern is going to stick around for a few days. We have another storm system that's going to swing through tomorrow, much weaker than this one, and another one on Monday. We'll talk about it in a minute. Our high temperature, 37 degrees, and that happened earlier in the day. And then temperatures just been keep dropping. 32 is the coldest we were at by about 2:30 in the afternoon, but I imagine it's even colder out there right now, and that'll end up being our official low temperature. 0.12 of an inch, about an inch of snow is out there on the ground, and things, as I mentioned, going to quiet down overnight. I don't think we're going to see much as the storm system starts to scoot out of here. The weaker storm system just off northern California, that drops in for us on Saturday. I think we see scattered light rain and snow showers, snow level around 5,500 feet, no accumulation. And then this area of low pressure will drop down Sunday. It's off Southern California. I think we're at a break from any type of precipitation. Still cool out there Super Bowl Sunday. And then on Monday, this area, low pressure does swing through, but it kind of even goes south of Arizona through northern Mexico. But I think enough that we will see, close enough that we could see some showers once again on Monday. Okay, 17 degrees for us overnight tonight. The snow will end. We will remain cloudy and chilly. And then tomorrow, 36 degrees for a high temperature and some light snow showers scattered around. And as I mentioned, lower elevation below 5,500 feet, some light rain showers tomorrow afternoon. Really not a big deal, much less than we had today. And today wasn't even that much, but a lot more than we've been having around here for some time. All right, Saturday numbers, 51 in Sedona, 46 degrees in Prescott. Payson, 46 degrees. Winslow, also 46, 65 degrees. Down in Phoenix. If you're headed down to the south central deserts, there'll be no rain down there this coming weekend. Okay, here's a look at our extended forecast in Flagstaff. It remains quite cool, as I mentioned. Sunday, I think, is a break from any type of shower chances. Monday, I put them back in there, and then temperatures start to jump up into the 40s next Tuesday and Wednesday. For you in Sedona, a little bit of rain possible tomorrow. Got some good rain down there this afternoon. And maybe a little bit of light rain showers tomorrow, and temperatures in the low mid-50s, maybe some light sprinkles also on Monday, with temperatures back into the mid-50s mid-next week.
Well, like you said, Lee, that snow really is a sight for sore eyes after such a long dry spell for us through the winter.
You're not kidding. So I think everybody's kind of in a good mood with a little storm out there today.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for the update, and thank you for joining us. We'll be back.